Hey guys, you want to see a recipe where I'm not cooking at 420? It's tasty. It's so juicy. Honestly, it's the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth. It's smoked prime rib. Stay tuned. All right guys, well let's get started. We have a 4-pound prime rib that I got cut up at the local butcher. They went ahead and wrapped it in the butcher's twine for me. So we're gonna go ahead and make up some seasoned salt. You're gonna love this stuff, and it's super, super easy to make. It will take your prime rib to the next level. All right, so we have our food processor here. If you don't have a food processor, you could use your magic bullet, or you could actually just use a knife and rough chop all this stuff up. The food processor though is gonna enable it to be nice and smooth so there won't be any chunks. Everything's gonna be blended really well. All right, so what I did was I had about 5 sprigs. That's a sprig of rosemary, just so you know from now on, when anyone says sprig, that's it, 1. So I had 5 of these. We went ahead and took off all the leaves, put them in there like that. That's the unusable part. Throw that away. Show you all that one more time. Just grab it at the top, get yourself a little clean area, and then you're just gonna slide it in between your fingers. Drop it right in. All right, so about 5 sprigs of rosemary in there. Now I have some fresh thyme, right? And we're just gonna take about a bunch of it. It's really scientific, you know? So you're just gonna get it, you're gonna tear some. And since this stuff is fresh, we're not worried about those stems. They're just gonna blend right up inside with the food processor. All right, put those in there. Now we're gonna add, this is about a cup of salt, kosher salt specifically. We're gonna use some ground garlic, it's a garlic paste. We're gonna add about a tablespoon in. Perfect. And then we're gonna hit it with some fresh cracked black pepper. If you had raw peppercorns, you can go ahead and just drop them in there. Their food processor is gonna bust those things up too. All right, so now that you have it at this stage, we're gonna go ahead and put the top on our food processor. We're gonna go ahead and hit that high button. And we're gonna let it mix and 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 mix. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stir. Make sure that we get all the stuff up off the bottom. It's looking good. We're gonna hit it one more time. We're gonna let it mix and 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 mix. All right, as soon as you see that there are no more chunks, visible chunks in here, this salt is ready to go. Now, if you don't, and you probably will not use all of this salt, this will stay great in your refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. So you can put it on anything. Hamburgers, steaks, fish. I mean, you know, you're only limited by your imagination when it comes to this beautiful finishing salt. All right, now that we have our seasoned salt, we're gonna go ahead and literally just smear it all over our prime rib. The salt is gonna help make a beautiful crust. It's gonna hit that heat and that smoke. That beautiful fat from the prime rib's gonna leak out a little bit. It's gonna help make this crust delicious. Also remember that you're only seasoning the outside. You know, the inside doesn't have any seasoning in it, so you wanna make sure that you put it on heavy. All right, so there's always a little gap in between the bones and the rib, so we're gonna go ahead and just drop a little bit of salt down in there. That's gonna make it taste nice. Hit it on the other side. And there you go. All right, so we have the RT700 set at 500 degrees. So we're gonna let this thing roast off at 500 degrees for 30 minutes, all right? And then we're gonna drop the temperature to 350 and bring it to an internal temperature of 135 degrees, and then we're gonna pull it off and let it rest. gonna stick it bone side down, and we're gonna stick that probe right here in the middle. Perfect. This prime rib looks delicious, guys. It cooked perfectly on the RT 700. We had that thing set at 500 degrees. We put that prime rib on for 30 minutes. Then we dropped the temperature to 350 till it reached an internal temperature of about 135 degrees, and then we pulled it off. We also had that awesome salt that we made up with the rosemary. It had the thyme in it. Oh, the garlic. It came out perfect. But if you want a substitution, you don't have time to do this, you could use that cold and freaking Greek. It comes out perfect every time. All right, let's go ahead and cut off the ropes. That butcher's twine on there. Man, you could see this crust. It looks great. We're gonna go ahead and cut these bones away. I love the bones. That's pretty much my favorite part. Let's go ahead and slice into this thing. Oh, that looks good. Look at that perfect medium. You know I'm cooking for everybody in the office, so they don't like it a little medium rare. But if you like yours a little bit more rare than this, make sure you go ahead and pull it at about 115. That way it cooks up to about 125. It'll be that perfect medium rare to rare for you. And then as you go up 10 degrees from that, 10 to 15 degrees, it goes up each stage. You go from rare to medium well. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this prime rib with a little bit of that finishing salt. It looks delicious. So go ahead and cut me off a little piece. Oh, man, that's like heaven in your mouth, guys. Next time you're having guests over and you want to reign supreme, grilled prime rib. I'm recteq Chef John, saying quality food is quality of life. We'll see you at the recteq.